Oh, goodness gracious, it's already happening, guys. What's up, everybody? Hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to more CSGO news. My name is Jake, and what is happening? The post-major shuffles are already happening pre-major because we had a lot of big teams out there not make the major, Fnatic being one of them, and they're already making changes. Although I will say this is probably not the biggest surprise. Yes, Fnatic have now benched 2 players, guys, that being Twist alongside Xizt. I thought Twist might have been safe given the past where they've actually talked to about Brawlin and Twist when they first joined the roster, and I think back probably 3 to 4 months, they did say, hey, this roster is not going to change. I think Xizt, a bit of a different picture. I think obviously recent performance and prolonged performance. No one's too surprised by that, but either way, when a team like this does make changes, it's big news. And also, really quickly before I break down what I think about these changes, Flusha is joining Fnatic. Just gonna throw it out there, right, guys? We pretty much, we almost... Don't argue with me on this one, okay? He's not going to NIP. We pretty much know it's going to be Flusha, all right? Is anyone arguing this? Sick, all right? Flusha, Fnatic, sometime soon. But besides that, what I was talking about earlier, we remember many months back. Now, again, a lot of things can change in just days or weeks, which we found out with a guy like NATO Safix, and especially when it comes time for months. But Fnatic was those people saying when they have, you know, 2, of course, Brawlin being the younger one, Twist, I would still say a relatively young player, although some people would argue against that, him being 24 years old. They did say, they tried to reassure Brawlin, Twist, this roster will stay, and I think that was actually, especially back towards last major, they were trying to convince those guys that, hey, don't worry about this, don't put too much pressure on yourselves. This roster is not changing. Of course, things greatly change over 5 to 6 months, and those words can actually retract themselves, especially when you fail to make the next major as well. So I really did think Twist was going to be safe this time around, though. Of course, they've already re-signed JW and Crims to prolonged contracts, which might have spelled something in the air for current Fnatic players if they weren't one of the guys selected to be signed for several-year contracts. So it will be JW Crims going forward alongside Brawlin. They've also taken to Reddit so far in their AMA to announce this. I think a keynote as well. Brawlin is the star of tomorrow. He is 100% sane. On top of that, though, they also do mention that JW or Crims could be IGLing in the future. They're still sorting the roles for the future of Fnatic. Of course, when Flusha comes along, he'll probably take the reins when he does get there. I can't help it, guys. It's just like, it's gonna happen. So I'm gonna put it out into the world, and I think we all can agree it's very, very likely. Either way, Fnatic making changes before the major even starts, and for the first time ever missing a major. It's this year. I know you guys are gonna hate on me for saying this. It's crazy. On top of that, though, other big news out there rolling around Big Clan, guys, as rumors spread like wildfire over the past 24 hours that Xantares was not playing under contract. He took to his stream. Apparently, the translation as well during that clip had him saying, I don't have a contract right now, but it doesn't mean I'm leaving. We trust each other with the management. We don't have any problems. What I want to say, stay in the team. Yes, I like my friends. Everything is all right. Apparently, though, a lack of their translation, we now have Big Clan's own manager coming forward and saying, hey, I think he meant to say he doesn't have a contract for 2020. His current contract lasts until the end of 2019, and that should be fixed soon. Okay, pretty much insinuating that, yes, Xantares will be re-signed to that big roster, as they will also be making some big changes, probably targeting some Sprout guys, which sucks. You know, we have one German team rise, one fall, then back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. But good news for Xantares, guys. Apparently, it was a lack of translation. It's not a trust relationship, okay? Because when these rumors first came out, people were like, really? You're going to play off of trust? You're going to hope they pay you off of trust at the current time in esports where we have countless organizations not paying their players, which, by the way, is a later video today. We're going to talk about another organization not paying players, but it's okay, guys. Xantares has a contract, and apparently he will also be re-signed in 2020, or at least we presume. And my, oh my, you signed one contract with Nike, and it goes right to your head, guys. Also, of course, right to your wallet. That being Furia have now signed an academy roster. They're going to be called Furia in-game. It's still a very unique thing to me. Yes, you know, you've seen the Fnatic academies, but even they are gone by now. You have Gambit youngsters, but currently they don't have a main roster. When people announce academy rosters nowadays, I get a bit worried because, you know, is it going to work out? Is it worth it? We're going to find out sometime soon if a Brazilian academy roster can actually build up talent and put that talent to use or actually make money from rising that talent. I think if anyone's able to do it right now, it might be a Brazilian team. So it's going to be Furia in-game, guys. Apparently one of their roster members. Get them HLTV profiles, by the way. It's actually a 16-year-old known as Heat as well. So more up-and-coming, more young and rising talent now coming up still through the Brazilian scene. It will be Furia Academy, guys. And yes, Nike money continues to talk. Now, very lastly, I want to debate you guys. I'm not gonna lie, it's always nice to see an extra view, an extra like on a video. I want to debate you guys so bad, but I'm not going to today. It's gonna be a possible CLOUD9, old CLOUD9 reunion. It was actually nothing taking to stream a couple days back, guys, and he did say, I presume, probably throughout sometime in 2020 with all the scheduling formats of these old CLOUD9 roster, we could see the old CLOUD9 guys somehow come together and play once more.
Called Original C9. Okay, so we have a WhatsApp group with me, Skadoodle, Shroud, Freakazoid, and Sean in it, and we're waiting for another online event to happen, and we're gonna play in it if our schedule permits. So that's just a little teaser for it.
My only worry about this is when it comes time to actually qualifying for an event, would these guys get an invite? I think also, second note as well, the formatting of all their schedules. They are busy people, although yes, a lot of them are retired or stepping away from some time or not being signed currently to a CSGO roster, especially though you point your eyes towards a guy like Shroud, right? Very, very busy, very expensive for that guy to miss any days from streaming. And on top of that, the last time these guys did play together, they forfeited their spot in the minor or the minor qualifier, whichever one it was, because of Shroud's scheduling of events. So I think he's going to be the biggest doubter, biggest workaround for this team. But if we do see old Cloud9 play together for any event out there they can actually make, I'm still excited nonetheless. As always, my name is Jake, breaking down CSGO and esports news here all day long. It's been such a long day already. Oh my goodness. But I hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the comments, guys. And I'll see you back here sometime soon. And until then, take care of yourselves, okay? Drink some water. Drink some coffee. I'll see you soon.